border of the district. The storefront was painted sage green on the outside, with the molding at the plate glass windows and door painted pale yellow. She took a backward step to look up. Divinus was spelled in plain, brushed metal lettering over the front window. Years ago, her mother had on occasion bought spells from the witch who owned this shop. Pia's boss, Quentin, had also mentioned the witch had one of the strongest magical talents he had ever met in a human. She looked in the storefront. Her blurred reflection looked back at her, a tired young woman, built rather long and coltish, with tense features and a pale blonde tangled ponytail. She looked past herself into the shadowed interior. In contrast to the noisy, none-too-clean surroundings of the city street, the inside of the shop appeared cool and serene. The building seemed to glow with warmth. She recognized protection spells in place. In a display case near the door, harmonic energies sparked from an alluring arrangement of crystals, amethyst, peridot, rose quartz, blue topaz, and celestite. The crystals took the slanting sunshine and threw brilliant rainbow shards of light onto the ceiling. Her gaze found the single occupant inside, a tall, queen-like woman, perhaps Hispanic, with a gaze that connected to hers with a snap of power. That was when the shouting started. "You don't have to go in there!" a man yelled. Then a woman shrieked, "Stop, before it's too late!" Pia started and looked behind her. A group of 20 people stood across the street. They held various signs. One poster said, "Magic equals highway to hell." Another said, "God will save us." A third declared, "Elder races, an elitist hoax." Her sense of unreality deepened, brought on by stress, lack of sleep, and a constant sense of fear. They were yelling at her. Some of humankind persisted in a belligerent disbelief of the elder races, despite the fact that many generations ago folktales had given way to proof as the scientific method had been developed. The elder races and humankind had lived together openly since the Elizabethan age. These humans with their revisionist history made about as much sense as those who declared the Jews hadn't been persecuted in World War II. Besides being out of touch with reality, they were picketing a human witch to protest the elder races? She shook her head. A cool tinkle brought her attention back to the shop. The woman, with power in her gaze, held the door open. "City ordinances can work both ways," she told Pia, her voice filled with scorn. "Magic shops may have to stay within a certain district, but protesters have to stay 50 feet away from the shops. They can't come across the street, they can't enter the magic district, and they can't do anything but yell at potential customers and try to scare them off from a distance. Would you like to come in?" One immaculate eyebrow raised in imperious challenge, as if suggesting that to step into the woman's shop took a real act of bravery. Pia blinked at her, expression blank. After everything she had been through, the other woman's challenge was beyond insignificant. It was meaningless. She walked in without a twitch. The door tinkled into place behind her. The woman paused for a heartbeat, as if Pia had surprised her. Then she stepped in front of Pia with a smooth smile. "I'm Adela, the owner of Divinus. What can I do for you, my dear?" The shopkeeper's face turned puzzled and searching as she looked Pia over. She murmured, almost to herself, "What is it? There's something about you." Crap, she hadn't thought of that. This witch might remember her mom. "Yeah, I look like Greta Garbo," Pia interrupted, her expression stony. "Moving on now." The other woman's gaze snapped up to hers. Pia's face and body language transmitted a closed sign, and the witch's demeanor changed back into the professional saleswoman. "My apologies," she said in her chocolate milk voice. She gestured. "I have herbal cosmetics, beauty..."